Hey guys, Wells Knight here, and welcome back to the Realm of Vasten Tour Series Part 2, Episode 2. Hi, Fixxit. You know what? Let's just say hello. Otherwise I'm gonna ramble.
I know nothing about rambling.
Oh no, me neither. I never ramble.
Oh man, that's officially my middle name now.
There you go.
Well, this is where we left off before we ran out of time. And so this is part 2. If you didn't see part 1, go back and watch it so you know what we're talking about. But this is like the nicer area of Sawaya, if you will. And you know, we wanted like a place that's like I don't know, like not upper class, but like close by that looks like a town. Mm-hmm. And we came up with, and also some of us wanted to practice some diagonal building. So let's see, Caluss built this one. Diagonal buildings are fun, but they are hard.
Mm-hmm.
We needed an ice farm critically bad. So Psiloncraft built this ice farm. And again, it's so nice. I just love that this middle building is an ice farm. You know, it doesn't look like an ice farm. But there's like all the redstone-y stuff, you know. Or
yeah, you know what this build reminds me of? This reminds me of Rendog's Inn on Hermitcraft.
Oh, I can see that.
The one that he built in the medieval district on Hermitcraft Season 6. This totally reminds me of that. Just like the style and the way that it's like detailed and stuff.
You're totally right. I've seen that, and yeah, you're right. I see that now.
Totally looks like a Rendog build to me.
I just, you know, I like housing farms in stuff, you know, so and I think that was a really interesting way to house a farm. Krittleskittlez did these buildings. Jermsy Boy's working on the castle. We're kind of at it's one of those things like you need to get to letter C, you have to do B first, and before you can do B, you have to do letter A first. So we're kind of waiting for the tree canopy to know how high the castle can go, and Germ didn't want to do the castle until we got the stairs and slabs for andesite specifically.
Yep, makes sense.
So yeah, so we've just been, you know, just a big waiting pattern. You know, we kept thinking 114 is coming, and it's coming, and then it wasn't coming, and then when it did come, it wasn't really ready. And anyway, but it's cool now, and we're starting to work on it. So Germ's been on here quite a bit recently, working on some stuff.
Cool.
But speaking of farms, here over this building over here is a turtle sanctuary. So we play in large biomes, and large biomes also affect the end. So that means end cities are really, really far away. And this world is almost 4 years old. So we've been to a lot of them, you know?
Yep.
So we thought, let's put in a custom recipe for shulkers.
Sure.
And so it's a scoot. It's one scoot surrounded by pop chorus fruit, I think it is. And underneath here, it's one of these buttons, not that one, this one. Underneath there's a like a sort of AFK turtle. I don't know how anything works. You may even need to go spectator to even get there, because I don't know even how to get there.
Game mode spectator.
Yeah, there's a way in. Darn if I can know how to do it though.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I see.
You can just
right here. Yeah. You go down the ladder, and then the ladder at one point pops out in the wall.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
and yeah, okay.
You can tell how much AFKing I've done here.
Yeah.
I couldn't even get in the building. But Sai did an really nice job of, like, again, building like the farm, but also lore. So it's a mad scientist who was experimenting on turtles, is the story behind this AFK farm. And so you can see, like, there's a nether turtle test and a end turtle test and all that kind of stuff. It's a very cool, thought out way to sort of do this.
Sure.
This thing.
And a giant turtle skeleton, I see.
Yeah, giant turtle skeleton and maybe a failed experiment or something. And Klautos and I did this sort of the upper part to make it look nice. And then underneath is like the nefarious, you know, deeds of this mad scientist guy who lives here.
Gotcha.
Doing terrible experiment on turtles.
Yep.
There's a couple other little things. There's like a concrete factory that we can make concrete. Oh, there's a really cool tree factory. You probably can't see me. I'm in spectator mode still.
I am also still in spectator mode. Allow me to first of all go game mode, TP me you. Bam.
Oh, hello. So Sai did this tree farm. It's like an automatic tree farm. Again, it's redstone-y. You can tell who the redstoners are here because I keep mentioning the same couple names. It's not me. You can put saplings in and they grow trees and they push it out, and then you can chop them down really fast.
Gotcha.
Again, it's a little over my pay grade.
Same.
But a really nice tree. I like that.
Yeah, tree looks lovely. For sure.
And again, we're talking about framing in the city. These ice spikes again, we just kind of put them where the city needs to end because we couldn't figure out how to really end the city.
Yep.
This area over here, I'm really particularly proud of this. This little market area right here.
Oh.
This was the very first times I ever did odd-shaped buildings in my life, and like if you look, none of the building, they're all the building. Really, I tried to go as random as I possibly could on the footprint, and then just make the building work. And I'm really proud of how this turned out. Don't look for interiors, but yeah, you get the idea, and some hanging ice and all that kind of stuff. And this was a fun one. Yeah,
the banners too for a little color. Love that. Little courtyard with all the tables and chairs and stuff like that. Yeah, this looks fantastic.
In fact, actually, and it's not working in this version of Texture Pack, but in the old version and the coming new version, when you walk here, you hear market sounds of people.
Oh, cool.
There's like a proximity sensor with like a command block, and whenever you get close, it triggers it sounds like a marketplace. So it really feels like you're there. It's very cool.
Oh, that is really cool.
I can show you. I'll send you a link on how to do that. It adds more atmosphere than just about anything I can think of. These front gate here, this is sort of the main entrance, because the idea is you take the boat and the boat is sailing, but it would end up dropping off people around here somewhere. Sure. This was built by Joel Duggan, one of the first things we built in the whole server.
Yep.
And then this shipyard here was the first thing I built in the server. So I thought, well, how do people build ships back in the day in like bad weather condition places? So I did some Google images and I found some things that kind of look like this. So I thought this was fun. Partially built ship and a whole built ship. That was a really fun build.
Yeah, dry dock. Very, very cool.
Yeah. So let's.
Oh, I like how you have one here that's like almost completed, and then the other side there's one that's like just kind of getting started. That's kind of a cool touch.
Yeah, it tried to give it add life, make it seem like there people actually do really live here too. And then I added facades on the outside, which is I got that idea. I watched a video and darn if I can remember who it was, but the idea of like just putting like a facade on the side to make it look like depending on where you're standing, makes it look like more of a big city than it is. And I'm going to do that more because that turned out really well. That's going to be like part of my staple. Like if I build a big dumb building for some reason, I'll put a facade on the outside. Yeah, I like it. Yeah. Well, let's head underground, shall we? Because that is where a lot of the kind of magical stuff happens. So there are 3 of us maniacs who built underground this season. Klautos built a crypt, and we're going to walk through that. The crypt isn't done. Klautos is going to still be working. Oops, I went the wrong way. Go down the other one.
The storage room. Bulk storage on the right side.
Just keep going down. Yeah, either
there we go.
Left or right. So Klautos started a crypt, and he's going to continue working on that in the next season, because once you see the scale of it, you'll see why. He went all in. He went all in on the size of the crypt, and we teased him all the time about he needs to see sunlight at some point in his life. Because he was done, all this was dug out, completely by hand. Yep. And it's extraordinary. It's extraordinary. And he's gonna put a whole bunch of graves, and he wants to trap some zombies and stuff down here to get the sounds and all kinds of stuff. It's very cool. Yeah. There's actually an end portal right in the middle, too, which is why we picked.
Yeah, this is like some Mines of Moria stuff,
right? Yeah.
Like scale wise. Mm-hmm. Like this, like if I were to ever decide, I'm going to build the Mines of Moria. Right. Like this is probably roughly the scale that you would have to go to truly capture like the atmosphere of like the mines, like the larger halls and stuff like that in the Mines of Moria. So like
Did you ever play an MMO?
I did. I played Lord of the Rings Online extensively.
Okay, I played a lot of Lord of the Rings as well. Whenever you're playing those MMOs, it's so used to between that and Warcraft and all the different, that like you're so little in these huge hallways.
Oh yeah.
And like that's not how the real world necessarily really looks, but I feel like that in here. I feel like that in here. I feel like this is MMO scale.
Yeah, absolutely. This is like what the vision in my. Do you remember Hermitcraft Season 4, my dwarven base? This is what I had like in my head when I started that project. didn't turn out that way. But this is this is kind of like the idea scale wise of like what was in my head when I started, and then it just ended up like not working.
Right.
Because I started building too small, and then it was too difficult to like fix it. But yeah.
Well, this is not too small.
Yeah, this is definitely not too small. This is incredible. This is huge. And very what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. Yeah, words are hard. Moving on.
Well, so there's another underground base that CraftingMantis did, and we're gonna get to that third. But in the middle is my big dig of the season, and I just wanted to connect the two. So I dug out this with a lot of help from some friends. WhiteKnightSTU did a lot of the glass work down there to get the fog effect. And this was Psiloncraft helped me dig a lot, and yeah, this is big. So, but there's a bunch of lore here, and I think it's interesting because of what I'm going to show you. So, the tree allows a few people in this world to see into other dimensions, other worlds, other Minecraft worlds, right? So one is, do you remember Tanis from the end of the last tour? That's where the Mending Villager was.
Yes.
It's like a maze, like an underground maze. Well, that is Tanis, so you can kind of see into another dimension.
That's really cool.
That's but there's so after I did the last tour, I don't know if you're aware, but I said in the tour, I said, hey, so we're starting, if anyone wants to buy, just hit me up. It was not a small reaction.
Yeah.
to people wanting to play. It was like probably in the 3-digit of applicants. So I went through, and it was unrealistic to invite all those people onto Realm of Vasten.
Yeah,
so we started a second server called Vasten Dimensions. And basically it is for non-YouTubers or maybe people just starting a YouTube channel to play. And they did some unbelievably huge builds, and it was wildly successful. We just started Vasten Dimension season. Well, we're calling it season 4 to correspond with Realm of Vasten. But this is a copy of one of the Vasten Dimensions builds, built by Truth, and the portal here is built by Chef Boyardee. So the idea is you look in this portal and you're seeing into another dimension.
Oh, that's really cool. That would be a cool Easter egg to do with like some other stuff as well. Like, I don't know, like some of the classic stuff, like throw in like a B00, like a building with B00 that screenshot, or like
actually was the plan. Yeah, I wanted B-dubs very by B-dubs, but we only had time to copy one more because we had to we're underground, so we had to dig out these holes. Yeah, it's a lot. it's a lot of digging. So let me show you the only other portal that we did to this date, and I still think maybe we'll come back here and do occasional other builds, but this is the portal that just was finished like yesterday, so go take a look at that one.
Okay. It's Regnum.
It's Regnum. Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool. It's me. I'm part of the Realm of Vasten.
Well, you did us an unbelievable kindness by showing this world and getting just a lot of eyes on this. It's not just for me, but for all of us who build here. And we wanted to sort of in our own way just be like, hey, well, thanks. That was so cool of you, and showed a lot of people this world that I'm so proud of. So this is a look into Regnum, reproduced as accurately as I could do it.
All right, I'm breaking a couple blocks.
Yeah, do it.
I'm gonna pop in and actually look and see. Yeah, this is like spot on.
I had 2 copies of Minecraft running and did a lot of block.
Yeah, this is almost exact. I mean, obviously some of it looks a little different because we don't use the same texture packs.
Right.
But I mean, this is like spot on.
We tried really hard. Denasy helped me out with all these marked stalls under here. And yeah, just, we tried to look like we tried to make the sides jagged so it looks like you're just getting a glimpse into this world. Like you can't actually go into it, you can just see it.
Yeah.
That's kind of the idea.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, yeah, we'd like to do, I have to break more of this just to get out. We'd like to do more in the future, so we'll see. But you know how it is going back to old kingdoms. You say you're going to, and then,
Oh yeah, and then you don't. I know.
Yeah. The newest and greatest is always out there.
Yep.
So let's go spectator, and I'll just do it if you just want to teleport to me, because it's a bit of a hike to get to Mantis's cave, and there's nothing real special to see on the way there. But okay, go ahead whenever you're ready.
There we go.
CraftingMantis has been working on this cave for the entire season. She dug out this entire thing and built this really cool dragon, as well as a couple farms, a skeleton farm, spider spawns and stuff.
Yeah, this is something. I am officially dubbing this dragon Spyro.
Spyro.
Just so you know, from here on out, this dragon is referred to as Spyro.
Gotcha. Okay, well, I'll put a sign on it. We'll make it official. You've officially crowned it.
I dub him Spyro. Yeah. I mean, it's a purple dragon. Like, how can you not?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she's been really working hard. I mean, just doing this completely solo is it's such a project. I can't even imagine. Now she's been texturing the ceiling and trying to get a good look up there and all that stuff. And and it's probably a project that's going to linger a bit into the next season as well. We having learned some lessons and stuff going forward, I think we've expanded the cast to include more people, which is a good thing. More really talented YouTubers and talented builders and stuff. But then also, we're going to attempt to not do big, giant projects all on your own going forward. I got into that trap. A few other people did. We're going to try to get like, hey guys, I want to build this cathedral, who's in, and try to get 3 or 4 people to sort of team up on that stuff, just to add to the community aspect a little bit more. I know that's something in Vasten Dimensions they're doing this season as well, and it's worked out really well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I think that's probably it for Sawaya. I mean, that's it. That's a lot of stuff. But we've seen there's a couple little hamlets and stuff like that, but not big like this. So I don't know if you want to go see the storage stuff in Port Bray. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, absolutely. We're like halfway through what I would consider a normal episode length, so we have like 15 minutes ish.
Okay, cool.
So like, I mean, if there's more to see, let's go see it. Absolutely.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, it's quite a journey. Why don't we just I'll just go there and just teleport you to me?
Yeah, just let me know when you're there and I can TP to you.
All right, cool.
I have no idea where I'm going. So
And plus we have the old 114 chunk loading. It's better, but it's still still not great.
It's pretty. I just can't believe like the state that 114 released in. But I've harped on that enough. I probably don't need to harp on it more.
I feel the same. Yeah, and look, I keep telling everyone, it's like, they're like the Mojang employees. They're people. They're people who are doing everything they can. Maybe there could be a lot of things that we don't know behind the scenes, but I do wish that it was a little bit better than it was.
Yeah, my theory is that since 114 was essentially the first update that had been released simultaneously on both Bedrock and Java Edition.
Yes.
I have a feeling that Java Edition was rushed to meet that deadline, and it shouldn't have been. That's basically my theory. I mean, I haven't confirmed it. But anyway, it appears we are here.
We are here. This is called the Hall of Kinship. And this is massive. So Mar, who plays on your Patreon server actually and does a series from there, built this and came up with a whole bunch of the lore, and a whole bunch of people worked on this. I'm just going to name them all, so I don't forget, because I want to toss out credit. It was Truth, IJimwe, Psiloncraft, Mar, Old Gray Man. No, I think I forgot some more. Oh, I'm sorry, other person who maybe I forgot. But they did. So basically, the idea was they went around the world and collected 4 years of my stuff that's been sitting around, not just my stuff, but everyone's stuff, and condensed it. And every item that we have essentially in the world is here. And part of the reason why we did that is because Vasten Dimensions, they play on the exact same world, like a world copy of this world. As of the time that they start. So every season, Vasten Dimensions gets overwritten with the most recent Realm of Vasten. And then it's like diverging timelines. Like in our world, the war with the Nether is kind of a stalemate. In their world, it's not going real well for man. Man's losing. They're down to the last kingdom.
Gotcha.
So we want to have all the items collected here so they can come and get them and make things a little bit easier to start. Okay. So this is all the items we have. And there's some, I think this is built on, based on your buddy Cub Fan's design originally.
Yeah, probably.
And Sai did a couple edits to change some things. And you'll see there's like just shulker upon shulker upon shulker of all the basic materials here and all the other stuff over here. It's really impressive. And there's a whole bunch of lore, and I'm going to screw it all up. But Mar did a great job on including in our world, we don't have elves and dwarves and stuff anymore, but they used to be here. And Mar found a really good way to make to explain, where they went, why this wasn't open until recently in the war and all that stuff. So
Gotcha.
she does wonderful intros on her videos, which are like she writes songs about the lore. It's just very cool. Old Gray, I think I want to say side of the tree there. It's it's just really nice. The whole thing is just really nice. It's an elven build, actually.
I like the big F's in the ceiling, which I presume stand for Fixxit as well.
I have never noticed that before. That's so funny. Good job, guys. I did not notice that. That's really funny. That's like an Easter egg to myself. Oh, yeah, that's great.
There you go. Big F's in the ceiling.
Yeah, big F's in the ceiling for either Fixxit or for my Electra skills. One or the other. So that's pretty much. That's I say that's it. Like as if that's not a huge thing, but that was like months of work to get all that together.
Yeah, that's a huge build. I mean, it's the thing with everything about this world. Everything is just like so grand. Everything is just done on such a massive scale that I think that's what's so fascinating about it.
Yes. Yeah, that's I think that grows too the longer you play Minecraft. I think a lot of people, we start with kind of smaller builds, and then the longer you play, you realize wait, I have infinite space and essentially infinite materials if you have the time, right? And then you just kind of keep building bigger and bigger. And the nice thing is in a world that never resets like this one ever, you can take your time. There's no I said I need to end the season, but there's no time limit on when you can come and fix that tree or when you can come and fix that tower or whatever,
Yep.
It's really nice.
Absolutely.
Well, let's head over to Ajri, which is the last kingdom that we did this season.
Okay.
And are you lost? I'm not sure where you are.
Nope, I'm right here.
Go ahead and TP to me, or if you found the boat. Oh, the boat's broken. That's fine. Some of the boats, I don't know if you know, the teleporting changed by a little bit, so you have to move all your teleports up like a block now, where you phase through the floor, and we just haven't fixed them all apparently. So this is Ajri. This is the kingdom I started very late in season 1, and we're just about to start season 4, and it needed some help. It was, I started it and I didn't dedicate the amount of time it takes, and maybe I didn't have the building skills at the time to really do it. So I took some of the Vasten Dimensions people and said, hey guys, why don't you come into Ajri and just overhaul the city, do whatever you want with it, because this is our tree sanctuary. So if you want to have a custom tree in this world, you build it here, like for example, any of these, and then using structure blocks, you can place it anywhere you want.
Yep.
They went all in. Let me show you what they did. Everything you see is new. The only thing that they kept the old world tree is the only thing that they kept.
I remember looking at this place last tour, right? When we did that first tour.
Yes.
Yeah, everything is different.
Yeah, these guys are unbelievable builders. Juxey, I know DiDi worked on this. IJimwe did the bridge.
I love this bridge.
Isn't that nice?
Such a nice bridge design.
And they kept the lore. They're really aware, because they were watching the Vasten videos, so they're really aware of the lore and the storyline, all that stuff's going. So they kept all that stuff, and then when they came in, it's like they hit the ground running because they knew all the story that was going on here. But if you want to see, do you see the little sapling here, kind of in the middle, in middle of all the floating thing or whatever?
Yeah.
Go spectator and go straight down in the ground. There's a way to get in, but I don't know where it is. I haven't worked on this kingdom at all. And you'll see, this is the new vault. I think I showed you the old vault. This is next level stuff.
Yeah. You showed me the old vault last time. It was up in the sky, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, this is what they've been working on, and this is going to be basically the power that grows these trees, because the story is, the reason why we're allowed to use structure blocks is because there's arbor druids, and they have the magic ability to take a procedurally generated Minecraft tree and sparkle it up and somehow make a huge, giant custom tree.
Yeah,
this is where their power comes from.
I love the shapes. The way that this path kind of leading into the center, the sort of rounded shapes and edges and stuff, I love that.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
I can't, every time I come over here, I'm freshly blown away by something that's brand new. Yeah, it's just so cool.
Man, and that ceiling too.
And MollusSlime did a lot of work down here, I happen to know. Oh, and they kept this. This is the exact design of the floating leaf ceiling. It's like block for block reproduction. I don't even want to think about how long that took. Down here to like as if like the runes sort of, you know, make magic go up and to the sky somehow.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's a super great job.
Yeah, I love it. This is fantastic.
So, Wells, our next season, we're building 2 kingdoms. Just a little plug. We're building 2 kingdoms in the Realm of Vasten, and we have 31 YouTubers who are going to be recording, streaming, and building from Realm of Vasten. And plus, Vasten Dimensions has already started. So we're starting July 1st. So keep your eyes peeled, folks. It's going to be it's amazing. With that many people, we're essentially doubling in size. I mean, everyone's already been on tools and all that stuff. So
sure.
But yeah, we have really, really big plans. Easily the biggest kingdom that we've ever done is planned for this next one.
That's
bringing in the half elves, the halflings,
okay,
the men. Yeah, we're actually going into the sort of fantasy side for the first time.
Very cool. I can't wait to tour it when whenever you're ready to show it to me at the end. I should probably ask if people want to get involved with the Realm of Vasten. Are you accepting applications for new peoples, or is
we
it?
Are.
You are still accepting applications.
We are. Yeah. If you're a YouTuber or streamer, you can, well, basically hit my Discord. That's the easiest way. My Discord has sort of become the community Realm of Vasten Discord. It would be the easiest way to get in. And I have some mods that look over things. Vasten Dimensions is accepting new people every month. Realm of Vasten then kind of picks from those occasionally, you know, like when the right fit seems, it's a lot more exclusive, I guess, to say.
Sure.
Yeah, because we try to keep this server manageable in size and personality and building style and all those kind of things. So we sort of handpick from people who apply to play, on Vasten Dimensions and bring people on board.
Yeah, makes sense. And I think that's important too. I think if you have too many people on an SMP, it gets it doesn't feel like an SMP anymore. It feels like a multiplayer public server.
Right.
You lose that sort of small community feel. And then even just from like a viewer perspective, like it's just impossible to watch, 100 people. Like there's just not enough time. So
well, yeah, exactly. And next season our big goal is going to be to do a lot more collabs, a lot more group building and stuff like that. Because every season we get more and more like that, where it's we're all building in the same place, but I definitely want to, I want to hang out with the people as much as I can. I think it's a really, really good group of folks. Yeah,
absolutely. Well, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, do you have? Is there other stuff that I should see, or are we pretty much toured out at this point?
I think we're fairly toured out. There are we did some hamlets. So basically, we ended Sawaya the 1st of June, and then we're taking all of June to do world building, meaning go do a hamlet. If you want to do a hamlet, that's the time. Or if you want to do a big crop field, that's the time, that kind of stuff. And then starting in July, we're starting in the next giant epic kingdom.
Gotcha.
So the month of June, we're doing some hamlets. Some people have done some very, very, very cool stuff, but to be totally honest, I don't know where it is.
Okay.
Well, it's all along the road, so.
But we've seen all the big major stuff at this point. Okay, cool. Well, that's perfect because we are at like perfect episode length right now. So I think we'll wrap this up. Thank you so much, Fixxit, for showing me around again. I really look forward to touring Vasten again down the road when it's ready for another, like, hey, we've done stuff. Right, come look. Always a pleasure. Guys, if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Make sure you check out the description. All sorts of important links about more about Vasten and previous tour videos if you haven't seen those. All sorts of stuff like that. But yeah, I think that's it. Guys, if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Thanks for watching. Fixxit, thank you for the tour. I really appreciate it.
Thank you all.
And we'll see you guys in the next one.